We have just gone back to green here at Heartland Park in Topeka, Kansas. TNN Motorsports with live coverage of the Coca-Cola Shootout. First time the NASCAR Slim Jim All-Pro Series has run in concert with the NASCAR Featherlight Southwest Tour and the Repco Northwest Tour. And all of those series have been well represented in the running order here this afternoon. As here comes Cope and Crawford, a couple of Slim Jim All-Pro Series regulars. Toby Porter behind them, running in third. He too from the Slim Jim Series. And off the course goes Derek Gilchrist. He was running in sixth before. A tough break for Gilchrist, who had a super race going here this afternoon.
They're tightening their gloves up right now. You're going to see what they got. There's not that much racing left, and it's time to go get it. Everybody's on equal tires.
It'll be lap number 46 as they come towards start-finish this time. 46 of 60. And this track measures just 1.8 miles. Here goes Crawford in the 14.
Yeah.
Couldn't get close enough. It's a left-hand turn, and I thought he felt maybe under braking. He could have gotten there to the inside of Cope. Didn't work.
Yeah, he needs to stay on, and he's thinking about that. You'll see him try again, I'm sure. Running out of time.
Fourth place, Bob Lyon in the 64. Right there in the picture as well. Baird in the 62. They were nose to tail for the lead earlier. That's when Ken Schrader was involved. If you're just joining us, Schrader, who had the pole speed by a goodly distance, went off course in turn 10, impacted the wall, and his afternoon was done. Field now beneath that Featherlight trailer bridge. And back to turn number 10 in the main straightaway again. Mike Cope continues to show the way. And, you know, in preparation for today's race, Mike Cope, like a lot of fellas, got a little advice from some of his friends, knowing he was going to run a road course.
I took the Terry Labonte course, the Bobby Labonte course, all verbal, no less, and then went and talked to Butch Miller a little bit. And they all basically give me all their insights and then said, you're basically on your own. So that's where we're at.
And, you know, Butch Miller, who drives the Ray Bestis truck in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, said to me yesterday, you know, if I had my ultimate, absolute, could only do one thing in life choice, he said, as great as this series has been to me, but I want to go road racing for real. He said, forever. Trans Am race. And he goes, call me a Trans Am wannabe or something. He goes, I just love road racing. He used to have the track record here until Schrader broke it in qualifying this morning.
They all, it's a break in what they normally do, and they all love road racing. I remember back in the Blue Max days, Rusty drove for us, and he said, you know, I'm terrible on the road course. What do we do? And I said, just act like you're running from the cops. And, and there's none better right now. We got a race up front.
We got a scramble right now. Again, it's all Slim Jim All-Pro Series. Those three drivers have made their way to the front. Cope, Crawford, and Toby Porter right behind them. The series point lead is Crawford by 5 over Porter. And this is, we'll remind you again, this is a point race for the Slim Jim Series, where it is not for all the other series, the Featherlight Southwest Tour and Northwest Tour. This was just an appearance if you so desired, and since everybody couldn't come, it was not a point race for those drivers. 6th place in points is where Cope finds himself, but leading the event, Glenn, and you know, that's what he's got to do. He's got to win. He's got to run consistently to scramble to the top spot again.
Oh, absolutely. And if there's anybody that can do it, it is Mike Cope, Eli. He is one of the best competitors on this circuit that I have ever seen. But let's remember one thing. It was that fabulous pit stop led by his crew, led by crew chief David Moyer, that put him out front. Ever since they put him there, he took the lead from Nipper Alsop right after the green flag. Nobody has taken that lead back from him. So he owes a big debt to his pit crew. They're just hoping he can hang on. He's doing a great job.
That's what we're talking about, track position. It's very, very difficult to pass here. You can pass down here where we're sitting, coming up on the drag strip. You've got to have a good motor, and you can pass getting into one. Other than that, it's a lot of follow the leader, especially when they're being so wet off. You can't take a chance. There's about 50 counts of drag hanging off the side of the 14 there, but he doesn't care right now, and I don't think it's affecting him.
No, not a factor here, you wouldn't think.
Good race.
It's a dandy. The Penrose Meat Snacks Chevrolet for Colt. The Circle Bar Motel and RV Park Ford for Rick Crawford. Right behind them, Toby Porter.
I don't think Toby's done yet.
Nope. His Chevrolet out of Greenville, South Carolina.
This could get big here a little bit.
This is good. Back out of turn 10 to the drag strip. Field working now towards lap number 50. We're closing in on 10 laps, a bit over that distance mileage-wise. It is 1.8 miles around. Oh, and problems in the corner as the 26 of Keith White spins with the 17 of George Engel. Engel from the Slim Jim All-Pro Series. White likewise. And they spin in the corner. They were running back in 16th position. Engel was in 16th, the man you're looking at right now.
Let's see if it stays green. This could be interesting.
Well, right now the corner workers wait. Oh, and there goes Crawford around. Rick Crawford off the track into the grass. Full course yellow. Has it not come out? Now it will. They will bring out the yellow for George Engel's car as Crawford went around and lost second spot.
Yeah, he wasn't sure if a caution was going to come out. Not that many laps left. He was going to try to get up front right there.
And the caution flies from the hands of Rick Monroe from Pequot, Ohio. He is the man who flags the Slim Jim All-Pro Series events. He's the regular flag man at Winchester Speedway in Indiana. Let's take a look at the two spins and show you what has transpired here. First was that battle back at 16th and 17th spot when you had Engel get together with the Keith White machine. And actually, it was Engel.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, White was just trailing behind and found the track blocked. Then when Engel went sideways and they put the full course caution, there goes Crawford wanting the lead. And Toby never touched him from behind.
No, he didn't. He wanted the lead. I'm sure the spotter said there are a couple cars spun, and he's trying to get the lead right then, hoping the caution would stay out longer.
Here comes Ron Young in the 4. He was running in 5th at the time. He goes around and grabs a spot. There goes Baird going by. Oh, you got a feel for Crawford.
Yeah, you do.
What do you have to say to a driver now on the radio, Barry? You know the guy's ticked. I mean, he's ticked. There you see the running order. How do you calm down Crawford, who was battling for the lead and finally finds himself in 6th, and now who knows what condition those Hoosier tires are in, flat-spotted, what have you? How do you calm a man down?
You tell him, you know, you've done a great job all day. It seems big right now. Tomorrow it's all over. You've got a good enough car to get back by those two that got by you, and who knows what's going to happen up front. Now let's calm back down and go racing here.
Within shouting distance of the finish of today's running of the Coca-Cola Shootout, $93,000 purse. Don't forget, we'll be here tomorrow as well for the Lund Look 225. Next stop for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series here on TNN Motorsports. That is coming up tomorrow afternoon. Busy day tomorrow as always. Rick Benjamin will be along with race day, so hope we can keep it right here on TNN Motorsports. Taking a look at the point standings for those of you who may not be familiar coming into today's event, there's that 5-point differential between Crawford and Porter. Ron Young has won a couple of events. Steve Christian's already in the garage area. Scott Sutherland, the number 23 Chevrolet, he found himself running near the leaders earlier, is now back in 19th spot. And there you see Cope. We told you earlier he was in 6th. Anderson's in the garage area. Tammy Jo Kirk is in the garage area. 12 teams are on the lead lap here as the attrition rate continues to grow. Mike Cope shows the way. We're coming right back as the field gets the 1-to-go signal. The finish of the Coca-Cola Shootout is just around the corner.